Good evening, welcome back to the bird room. Today's not going to be an episode in the bird room. We're going to take a look at some of the bird rooms from around the UK and Ireland, of some of the well-known breeders and some that just don't want to be named. So if you do know any of these that I don't name, please leave it anonymous. At least that way that we can carry on making these videos without people worrying about their birds or the bird places being in the public eye, because last thing we want to do is jeopardise anything that way. Also, I just want to shout and say that anytime I put content on here, whether it be from other people's places or any videos, I always get the consent of the people that obviously the birds or whatever it is that belong to them. I get their permission before I do any of that. At least that way they're not going to get a surprise when they see it on the YouTube platform. Also, just want to point out that in this episode you will see some absolutely amazing bird rooms. 3 of them actually are only novices as well. But just a point of, we don't need these type of bird rooms to breed successfully and breed if you are exhibiting your birds. We don't need this type of bird room to do that. But on the other hand, if you're going to do something, do it right, in my opinion. And all these guys in this episode have done a phenomenal job of their bird room. One thing I always will say, when over the years when I've had places, I started off like anyone else, 6x4 shed, and then obviously, like I've told you in the past, with my dad there was flights and sheds everywhere. But when I moved out, I started with birds on my own, and yes, it was start small and build big. One thing that I would always point out, if you're looking to build a new bird room, convenience. Have all your amenities, if possible, like your electric and your running water, sink, that type of stuff, around in the vicinity where you can work. Same with the flights. It goes, I mean, over the years I've had different flights, and everyone obviously followed us through the channel knows that my bird room has been through 3 or 4 different arrangements with the flights, the cages. So don't make the mistake I do. Plan once and do it the first time. And all these guys in this episode, like I said, done a phenomenal job of their bird rooms. The first one you're going to see now is a friend of mine up in Scotland, Nelson Rattle. Now, Nelson breeds 5 canaries and Yorkshire canaries. I think it's a new addition to his breeding stud this year or even last year, and I wish him all the best with them. As you can see, it's very spacious, well thought out, and plenty of natural light in there. Just have a continued look at of Nelson's place. Next one, if you haven't already seen it on Facebook a couple of years ago, it has changed slightly since then. This is James Maloney in Ireland. James breeds some phenomenal, absolutely outstanding mules and hybrids, and I've been seen over in Ireland many a times on the show bench and achieving the top awards many a times. Now James does specialise a lot in the crossbill hybrids, but like I said, over the years he's done so many different ones, and when I first see his he set up a couple of years ago, I just thought he's absolutely outstanding. So this is James Maloney's place, and yeah, best of luck James this year, and hopefully I will see you when I come over to judge in Ireland. Well, the next one I'm going to throw in, cheeky of me, then again it is my video, is my place. I'll just explain to any new subscribers to the channel. My place, the main bird room, that is, the one I'm in now, is 32 by 16. We've got blocks of cages everywhere, but the main thing I'm going to show in this episode is these flights, as you can see here. We've only had these in 6 months or so, courtesy of my friends over in Essex that sourced these for me, and thanks to my mate Paul who helped me put them up, and also my daughter Lucy who helped me put the transfers on. These flights are, I think they're 4 foot by 5.5 foot, easy accessible doors, so like I said, be cheeky of me, but why wouldn't I? So this is obviously my flights that are full now, and I've got nesting birds in, so I'm not going to be too long around here. This next one will come as no surprise to you guys. It's a good friend of mine, Crawford, aviaries. If you haven't checked out his channel, go over and check it out. Aviary on YouTube. You will have seen it, but I had to include it because it's a lovely bird room that he's built, and again he's only a novice, but he spoke to me before he even built it, and we went through a few things together of what he should have in there, and he's got it spot on. And also a couple of clips of his birds. Same again, Oliver's got everything in regards to what he needs in there, electricity, sink and that type of stuff. It makes using the bird room accessible and convenient when you're in here spending. Well, don't get me wrong, we all spend too much time in those bird rooms according to our missus, so it makes it a lot easier to manage our birds. So this is Oliver Crawford's at OC Aviary. Next one is a real good friend of mine, Chris Harrison. You will have seen Chris on my channel last year at some point when I went over to visit him, and me and Chris met actually through YouTube. Chris started watching my videos that I was putting up, and we got talking and built up a relationship, and I can call him a real good friend of mine now. Now Chris has, over the last year, obviously he came to help me with the office and stuff, but he's built himself an absolutely outstanding bird room again. Now Chris by trade is a general builder, all that type of work, so you can imagine it's going to be good. Chris is probably known for breeding red poles more than anything, but this year he's gone a little bit sideways with tits. I know we all like them, both kinds that is, but he's gone, yeah, he's got blue tits, great tits and robins and everything, a menagerie of birds as we say. But not only has he got a brilliant bird room, he's got some brilliant flights out there as well. And he's not just having red poles this year, he's branching out a little bit with, like I said, some more smaller soft bills. So best of luck with them, Chris. Also in there, Chris does have a sink, dishwasher. I mean, mine's in the house, not the wife, the dishwasher. But I'm not going to say that, but I'll get myself into trouble. But why not? If you've got the room for a dishwasher, get her in here and get. I'm better stop with them jokes, but get one in, and easier accessible for when you're changing your drinkers and stuff. Stick them in the dishwasher and change them over. So anyway, well done for that, Chris. Absolutely fabulous place, and like I said about everybody, best of luck with this season. But I'm sure I'll be speaking to you quite regularly as we go anyway. last but not least, I would say I'd save the best till last, but I'm not going to say that because they're all amazing places. He's a good friend of mine. Like I said, he wanted to remain anonymous. He's a novice in the hobby. Soon be moving up to champion with the outstanding birds I've seen him bench this year. And not just that, his knowledge with birds in general and the husbandry techniques that he uses in his bird room is outstanding. When I went to visit him and took these videos, there were little tips there that even I took away, just general things, that is. And like I said, best of luck to him this year, and I know he's going to do really well with the mules and hybrids. But here's his bird room now, as you will see from the outside. Now, this is purpose built. I can't remember how long it is, but it's bloody long. Very long, high, as you'll see from the videos shortly. As I'm trying to record, I'm tall enough. I'm not short, but I'm trying to look up as I'm recording some of the birds to get them, because they are really high, to a point where he's got one of the Norwich, which must have been 7 or 8 foot in the top of the flight. So it shows how his husband techniques is to keep the birds fit. So this is his place, and like I said, absolutely fantastic. I think there is 40 flights, or 20 down each side, same make as what mine are. He does breed goldfinches, Siberian and English, loads and loads of feeders, which is becoming a thing that his feeders are really good, because they feed absolutely anything. But more on anything this year, mules and hybrids is concentrating on, and I know he's going to have success with them with what I've already seen there. As well as the cages he had made, like I said, absolutely fantastic setup, and fully air conditioned as well. Dishwasher in there as well, sink, everything. He's got more amenities in there than I have in my own house, so that says it all for you. But a brilliant day it is as I went to film this. But like I said, I didn't get too much because he wants to remain anonymous at this point. So enjoy having a look around his place. I hope you have enjoyed that. I mean, I always used to enjoy going back when I was younger, going around visiting other people's places and seeing their techniques of how they breed the birds and what type of breeding setups they're using, whether it be cages or flights. And it's always interesting to see how people manage the birds through breeding season, because everyone's different. So that was just a little insight to some of the breeders that I've spoken to over the last few months, and like I said, I think they're all absolutely fantastic setups. But like I said in the beginning, you don't need this type of setup to breed birds successfully. Just bear that in mind if you're setting out thinking, well, I haven't got the money to spend that type of money on a setup. A 6x4 shed will suffice. And just blocks of cage. I think the most important thing to remember is if your birds are fit, you're giving them the right food and the right diet, they'll nest anywhere, regardless of what type of setup you've got. Anyway, that's it from us today. I would like to wish every one of you happy Easter. Hopefully you've got a shed full of eggs, not the chocolate type, but eggs that's going to have chicks in them. And if you haven't now, hopefully you will over the next few weeks and have a fantastic breeding season. Coming up in the future episodes, the reason why I'm filming this side and not further down there will be progress on the hybrids and the mules. You'll see some linnet mules in the next episode, and a roundup of what we've got in the shed. Also, I'm going to talk you through some of the different nest sites I'm going to be using. This year I've gone totally different to what I did last year and the year before, and I'll explain more of that in the coming episode next week. Anyway, that's it from me for today. If you do need anything, you know what our website is, directbirdproducts.com, and if there's something on there that says it's sold out, just get in touch with me, because chances are we've got it in stock, it's just not been reloaded. Bear in mind we've got the bank holiday weekend which we're having now, and postage will be slower, bear that in mind. Anyway, like I said, happy Easter everybody, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget, like and subscribe. If you have liked what I've put out today, please give it a thumbs up. It does help me to know that you're enjoying what I'm doing. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, totally free, and hopefully we can build the channel a little more and produce some content that you guys are going to enjoy watching. Have a brilliant weekend, and I will see you soon.